And a warm welcome to Elland Road. First division action, Leeds against Manchester United. Here's the Leeds side then with Lukic in goal, their $1 million signing from Arsenal. Nice to see too Peter Haddock returning. He wears the number 3 jersey today. Gordon Strachan is captain, wearing 7. And the old Sheffield Wednesday partnership of Imre Varadi and Lee Chapman also appear in this first division match at Elland Road. Kamara and Snowden, the 2 substitutes. Manchester United, well, there's a story of a goalkeeper too, with Les Sealy in goal for them, and their new signing Dennis Irwin wearing number 2. Steve Bruce is the captain, and that of course is in the absence of Brian Robson. And nice to see Neil Webb, so troubled with injury, also in the side for Manchester United. The substitutes for United, Beersmore and Robbins, Kamara and Snowden line up in shirts 12 and 14 for Leeds United. So both sides getting off to just the start they wanted on Saturday, but it was of course a bit wins for both of them. So 3 points in the bag already. Question is, how will these 2 giant sides fare tonight? And our referee tonight, the familiar figure of Mr. Ken Redfern, and he comes from Whitley Bay. So Leeds then in their familiar all white, kicking from left to right, and they have the kick-off in this key first division encounter. And there we go, we're underway. And Strachan gets an early touch for Leeds. Back it goes. It's John Lukic. So a return to Elland Road after all those years away at Arsenal. And of course it cost £1 million in the summer. Howard Wilkinson feeling that the investment was well worth it. And there's Dennis Irwin, a first chance to see him in a Manchester United shirt, although it's his second game, a summer signing for Manchester United from neighbours Oldham Athletic. So Sterling with the free kick for Leeds. Here he is, wearing number 2, former Wednesday and Rangers man. He relishes a return to the first division. His kick was not read by his colleagues, and it goes long and will probably result in a Manchester United throw-in or free kick if it's offside, and offside is the decision that Mr. Ken Redfern has decided upon. There's Les Sealy, and this really is the second coming for him, because he was down and out really at Luton, not wanted by them. And eventually he was snapped up on a free transfer, and here he is rescuing his career with the Giants of Manchester United and getting a cup medal for his trouble as well. Meantime, here come Leeds United, caught offside there, the linesman flagging very early. And I don't suppose that anybody could hear the referee's whistle, least of all Gary Speed there, because of the din created by the faithful at Elland Road. And they'll be delighted, absolutely delighted, that first division football is being played on this park again. It's been a long, long time out of the top flight. They'll relish every single second of this season. But here come Manchester United, who will try and spoil the party tonight. Haddock is there to push the ball back to John Lukic. There's a look at Peter Haddock. And Lukic sends that one long. For the heads, and into the mouth goes the whistle of Ken Redfern, who decides that Chapman was impeded there. There is Lee Chapman. And here come Leeds United once more. Sterling finding Strachan. That's a good ball from Sterling. Strachan to the line. Strachan, of course, playing against his former side. Indeed, it was Ferguson, Alex Ferguson, the Manchester United manager, that released him. Hughes looks for support. It comes from McClare. McClare feeding right-hand side, and there he'll find Phelan. But Leeds United first to it in defence, and there they are again. It's Haddock once more. Here's Sterland. Just that one England cap against Saudi Arabia to his name so far. He still fancies his chances of getting back into the England setup. So Leeds trying to work an opening through the Manchester United defence. No luck on that occasion. Here's McClare. And this time he gets past Haddock and then holds it up. Phelan. And Phelan gets the throw in. Another man discarded by England after playing several times for them last year. There's Feeling once more. To Lukic, put under pressure by Marquez, and seemingly not troubled by him. And here come Leeds on the charge with Berardi. But Maldoneki, the Northern Ireland international, is first to it and keen to see it out of play. There is Donachie. Strachan to start things up for Leeds once more. Prefers instead to leave it for Mel Sterland. Referee telling Sterland where he wants the throw taken from. He comes in to launch it now. What a good one it is as Seeley goes up with one of his defenders. Comes back to Sterland. Off the backside of Clayton Blackmore. It's a corner kick to Leeds United, which Strachan will take. So little doubt in these early stages that Leeds will be operating very effectively down this right-hand flank as Strachan comes in with the corner. It's half cleared, and as far as Chapman, Seeley's asked to recover the situation. And Ken Redfern on the spot to say a free kick. Seeley's all smiles. But work out what he's saying to the referee, almost as if, well, there wasn't really under that much pressure anyway. Seeley quite a character, and we saw that when he made that appearance, that dramatic appearance in the cup final, and became a hero for a day and earned himself a contract with Manchester United in the process. There he is, Les Seeley. So Leeds United should perhaps have got a free kick there. Manchester United player all over Lee Chapman. As the arms go up from Leeds to claim offside against Brian McClare. The referee and linesman agree with them. Well, a tremendous atmosphere here at Elland Road. And that's only to be expected with Leeds, of course, returning here in the First Division. There's one of the players instrumental of getting them out of the second as champions, Mel Sterland. Major investment, of course, by Howard Wilkinson to bring him from Glasgow Rangers. Thinks that one high. That goes Pallister to get it away. But here's Sterland again. Sammy leaves it. The ball's pushed forward to Strachan. And two players are needed to stop him. One of them is Ince, and the other is Maldoneki. Ince complains, as he usually does. I think that the actual clash against him was from Donachie and not from Gordon Strachan. Sterling with a long throw again. Will he opt for something different, perhaps? Let's see. Nope, it's the long one. And it's headed across goal, and here come Leeds again. But in the end, it's seen out by Manchester United. And here's Michael Phelan. There's McAllister. McAllister. Sterling to look after. And he does that very well with his chest. And it's back to John Lukic and the Leeds United goal. There's Mel Sterland. So Manchester United back in possession. Neil Wood. Here's Phelan, and Phelan has space ahead of him. The shot wasn't equal to the opportunity, and Phelan knows it. Leeds United were caught all over the place there. And had Phelan had a bit more composure about him, and normally he is a composed player, and he might have made more of it. This is Michael Phelan, and he never got anything behind that shot, and it was easy in the end for John Lukic. And here he is, trying to make amends. Michael Phelan. Hughes. I think one of the United players on the far side there, drifting offside. Neil Webb, nice to see him back in a Manchester United shirt. Nice to see him back on a football field. What a tragic injury it was when he went down with that Achilles problem in Sweden. Leeds get us restarted on that left-hand flank. Manchester United claim it came off Berardi, but Berardi is happy enough to say he'll take the throw-in. Or rather McAllister. In comes the throw now. Needs more time to construct something from this far side as it comes in to Strachan. Strachan trying the 1-2. It's a neat 1-2 as well. But in the end, Manchester United happy to get it away. So Leeds United once more with a chance to create something with possession from the throw-in. Here they come. There's Webb. They'll take on Strachan and beat Strachan with football. Blackmore. Almost spotted Hughes making the run there, but the Leeds defence equal to it. There's McAllister. He's giving it away. Here's Bruce. Blackmore. Strachan hustling. That's his pass in. Hughes. Sterland cuts that one out. There was a moment of anxiety for Leeds United as Haddock gets it away. Here's Blackmore. The referee stops the game. Free kick. That one will go Manchester United's way. There's Imre Berardi, former Sheffield Wednesday man. And it's Paul Ince. To Ken Redfern, repositions the ball. Here's Ince. Webb. Sterling gets that one away. He appeals for the throw, but it goes Manchester United's way. Blackmore with it. Leclerc. Square ball to Phelan. He's got support on his right, and he also has Ince coming on his inside on the left-hand side. And he elects to go for the wing. And there's a cross, and Ince running in there, but Lukic was first to it. Lukic. And Steve Bruce will watch this one out. Manchester United skipper for the day, in the absence, of course, of Brian Robson, the England skipper. There's Clayton Blackmore. Paul Ince. Once more Leeds are first there in the challenge, but it goes for another throw-in. So presumably, and there is Brian Robson, we mentioned him on the right-hand side of your picture. His manager, two in from the left, Alex Ferguson. Sterland. Nice footwork here by Leeds. Chapman was spelled there, and that's a free kick to Leeds United. Lee Chapman, Steve Bruce watching his every step, obviously a marking job there. Two great warriors. Here's Sterland. Well, that's nice football from Mel Sterland as he gets the cross in. Up go the heads. White and Fairclough at the far post. It falls in the end to Dennis Irwin, and Irwin gets it up the line to McLeod. Beaten again by Haddock, who's really started this game so strongly. Leeds number 3. A good little tussle with McLeod is Haddock. There's Irwin, and Manchester United have possession with Hughes. It's a nice ball. There's Batty, who tidies things up for Leeds United. Sterling. Forward. Chapman. Berardi. Batty once more. It's a teasing little cross there, and nobody running in at the far post. Phelan with it for Manchester United, but that was a reasonable move for Leeds United. Now it's with Hughes. Irwin back to Hughes. Finds McLeod. Bit of space for McLeod here, but he's got no support at the moment. It's arriving now in the form of Paul Ince. Here's Ince. Pushes off Strachan. Play on, says the referee. Or does he? No, he's held at play now. And the whistle was a bit late coming there from the referee. And Ince is none too happy with it. And he makes his feelings known to all and sundry. Which is straight, and Ken Redfern comes across. But on that occasion, no word spoken to the Manchester United man. So Lukic organises his defence, tells him to get out. And Leeds, his new £1 million goalkeeper, his second spell at the club, gets us underway with that long kick. Chapman impeding Pallister, so Manchester United kick it is. Donaghy to take it. Northern Ireland international wearing 3. McAllister. And that's cut out quite easily by Leeds United. Here's Strachan. Sterland. Sends that one long. Manchester United able to intercept through Bruce. Phelan. Irwin. Here's McClare. He has Haddock to get by, elects to go behind and gives away the throw-in. I think that Haddock might well have got a foot in there. We'll see. Nope, it's a throw-in to Leeds, which Chris White will take. That's a good long one for Chapman. Chapman gets the header and sends it straight out into touch, so a throw to Manchester United. Well, neither side have really taken control of this game as we look once more at the Manchester United bench there. Mark Robbins now 2 from the left, biting his nails. Well, they certainly think it's a tense game, this one. 0-0 so far. Meantime, play continues with the free kick just inside the Leeds half. Manchester United's possession. Steve Bruce. 4 Ince. Manchester United decide that neat triangles is the order of the day. Ince selling Bruce a bit short there, but he did well to recover. Here's one for Phelan to chase. And back there battling number 10, Gary McAllister, and that's back to John Lukic. There is McAllister. The new signing, of course, from Leicester City. And, of course, McAllister making his debut this season for Scotland. That was in the game against East Germany. Here's Les Sealey getting us underway again at the end for Manchester United. Bruce headed on there. That's by Webb. And Webb again. That was to no one in particular. And so it gives a chance for Chris Fairclough to come away with it for Leeds United. Push in the back. The referee allows play to continue. There's Lukic. One of his long kicks to test the Manchester United defence, and that time Bruce was out-jumped by Chapman. Webb, and that goes really in the Leeds direction, and Manchester United happy to scramble that one away. Dennis Irwin doing the job there. Of course, spent last season with Oldham Athletic, enjoyed those cup runs of theirs. Here's McClare against Haddock. Once more Peter Haddock has the beating of the Scottish international. There is the man in question, Brian McClare. You get the feeling that he and Hughes have yet to really hit it off in this Manchester United side. This will really be the season where it has to count for them as Leeds United regain possession with Sterland. One is a nice ball forward to McAllister and forced out for a corner from Steve Bruce. So McAllister, who was born in Motherwell, making an early impression in this game. Leeds faithful beginning to get behind their side. And of course a goal kick. But here come Leeds again, they won't mind about that because here is the maestro himself, Gordon Strachan, in possession. Ince tidying up for Manchester United, back to Donachie. What a time, makes the time for himself, quality football there. Here's McAllister. He tries to get Paul Ince away. Ince making a good forward run, but Batty is the man in possession for Leeds. So crowded out there. In the end it was Michael Phelan getting the ball. Here's Webb. This is one for the winger to get down and chase. That's Dennis Irwin, and forced away I think for a corner. They all appealed for it. Might have been one of the Manchester United players who got the final touch on that ball before it went dead. And there's another talented footballer, Chris Fairclough. We'll get a chance to see this one again. There's Irwin, what a good run that was. Really caught the Leeds defence flat-footed. First time cross, and just off McClare at the end. Meantime, another stoppage. So free kick to Manchester United. Steve Bruce will take it on this left-hand side. Here's Neil Webb. Alistair joins the fun. Second through to Haddock. Referee has spotted an infringement there, and I think a free kick to Manchester United, and this is a useful position for them. And there was the culprit, Chris Fairclough. And this one is what? 7 or 8 yards outside the penalty area. So lots of options for Manchester United. And Gordon Strachan and his boys will have to get this one organised. And there's Ince and Webb, the new boy Dennis Irwin. So what can they construct from here? I see that Webb might have a go for a pot shot here. We'll see. Here it is. That didn't seem to trouble John Lukic very much. There's Clayton Blackmore. There's Webb's shot. And there is Neil Webb. Well, how nice to see him back in action after that terrible, terrible season of his last year, when, of course, he was injured playing for England in Sweden. Well, little doubt that in this first half, the First Division new boys, Leeds United, have probably enjoyed the better of the play against the FA Cup finalists and indeed the FA Cup holders. And here they come again, but that long ball there is just a little too long. So United, Manchester United that is, with a chance to restart with the throw. Pallister. That's back to Les Sealey. So Mr. Sealey is seeing plenty of the ball this evening. Just to remind you that this is the first game for Leeds United back at Elland Road in the First Division since their absence. They seem to be relishing it. I must say that Elland Road is in remarkably good condition. As Chapman comes forward for them. Bruce this time beats him, but concedes the corner. I don't know whether he was aware that Sealey hadn't come that far or whether he just opted for a safety first option. But anyway, the net result is a corner kick to Leeds United, and it comes in from Strachan quickly. And half cleared by Manchester United. And now the chance for them to create something with Hughes. Well, that's a poor ball by Hughes, and Leeds United back in possession here. Sterland. And he put Blackmore under pressure and gets the throw in, which he takes quickly to Strachan. And there was Steve Bruce to head it clear. Bruce has been asked to do an awful lot of work down there. The skipper, I think, asking for a bit more support. He looks worn out to Steve Bruce. He really does put a tremendous amount of effort into his game. Here's Strachan. That one again half cleared, this time by Phelan. Strachan again, waiting for Sterling to come on the outside. Sterling did just that, and he gets another corner for his trouble. Blackmore clearing on that occasion. Well, these are good times for Leeds United, but they'll hope that they can get something from this. It's good pressure. Strachan with the corner. Again a half clearance. Sterling once more. There's McAllister. Haddock. It's long, and it was looking for Chris White, who'd made the forward run. But the ball just a bit too long for him. Back to the pitch, and it's in wonderful condition. It's, remember, is shared by the Hunslet Rugby League Club, and it becomes a little bit threadbare towards the end of the season, but as you can see, it's very lush at this start of the season, and a worthy venue for First Division football. Here's Bruce with the free kick. Far post, and that's a good challenge between the two big men, Pallister and White. Leeds man winning out, and indeed Leeds winning out altogether, because here comes McAllister for them. Some good football in there. Looks for Gary Speed. Phelan is back to do the covering job for them. And here come Manchester United with Bruce. He's asking for help. Comes in the form of Hughes. Doesn't he take them down so well? Webb. And Leeds is out. Bruce saves the England Stars blushes there by recovering the ball for him and getting it to Gary Pallister. And Pallister has spotted a good run there by Michael Phelan. So too had Peter Haddock, to be fair. And Haddock actually gets the throw in there. off Michael Phelan's boot. Chris White with it. Spell with the Los Angeles Raiders American football team. Bruce away. So here comes White again. There's Steve Bruce once more. There he starts. Here is Chris White. Sending it forward for Leeds United once more. And here's Chapman. Oh, and that's a good shot just over the bar. Seeley. Again, Hughes been asked to do all the work. He really has got immense talent. And he gets a throw in there off the boot of Gordon Strachan. And it'll be Clayton Blackmore with it. It's McClare. So the referee's whistle has gone. I think a free kick against Peter Haddock. Haddock were in 3 for Leeds United. So here's Webb. Webb will leave it for Bruce, the skipper. And here's Hughes once more. It's Fairclough that's marshalling him there, and Strachan can come away with it. But he's lost out here, and there's Hughes once more, and a bit of a battle going in there. I think Hughes guilty of a foul on David Batty. There's a nice smile on the face of Gordon Strachan. You see, as I said earlier, playing against his former side. And there's Lukic. Dick. Chris White. One sent down the left-hand side. One for Berardi to chase. And there's the long shot once more, but that was just a little bit too high and handsome. There's Seeley very animated in his anger. There's Gary Speed, whose shot it was. Seeley with the goal kick. White wins for Leeds United, and they're back in possession, and Berardi goes for a tumble, running into Pallister there, but play continues. Indeed, it's halted temporarily, offside there. So Leeds in possession with Sterland. Forward. That's a testing one for Seeley. He's only half cleared it, and Leeds come piling in. Manchester United scramble that away. What a good cross that was from Mel Sterland. Here's Hughes. Strachan trying to help the referee with his decision. And the assistance obviously worked because Leeds have the throw. Sterland has taken. Now Berardi appeals for something, probably a goal, probably a corner kick. I'm sure it's going to be a free kick or a goal kick to Manchester United. And the free kick's been Blackmore back to Seeley, and it'll be Seeley that gets play continued. There's the Leeds bench. First look at them this evening. There's Vinnie Jones on your right-hand side. In this first half is Chris White, and he's done most of what he's asked for, been asked to do very, very well indeed. And there's Donaghy away, only as far as Strachan. Chapman. And Manchester United can get that one back, because Leeds were unable to put any feet on there and take the ball under control. There's Webb. That was a bit late, but play continues. No, it doesn't. Free kick's been given. Donaghy will take it to Pallister, who helps it on as far as Steve Bruce. Ince. Bruce again. Kick out quite easily by Chris Beck. Sterling forward once more. It's an easy one for Bruce though. Blackmore, one look, finds Hughes, good ball, and here come Manchester United once more with Webb. The Leeds regrouping behind the ball as Donaghy finds Phelan down that right-hand side. Manchester United trying to construct things cautiously there as they get the ball forward to Ince. Good turn, Phelan. And that was just away by Mel Sterland at the far post. Anxious times there for Leeds United. A good move from Manchester United. and Michael Phelan there, whose cross it was. So anxious times. John Lukic tries to organise things. You see how close it was. Lovely little chip in there. Sterland asked to clear off his knee. Webb with the corner. Headed away. That will go for a throw. So Irwin will come up and take it. Irwin wearing number 2, the player signed in the summer from Oldham Athletic. Phelan once more. Clash there with Sterland. Roos. And the referee spotting that one straight away. I think Sterling was a bit late. Strachan kicks the ball away, and if the referee has seen that, the Leeds United skipper could be in trouble. That's not really what the fans pay their money to see. Ball's kicked away after the referee's decision's been made. Certainly not from a player of the stature of Gordon Strachan. Bruce. And trouble again for Leeds United. Fairclough away. And eventually they clear it, but Batty could lose out here. And he has a little bit of a clash there with Clayton Blackmore. Eventually it goes to John Lukic, does the ball, but there was a clash there between Batty and Blackmore. They squared up to each other for a brief moment. Happily they parted on what would seem to be amicable terms. In the meantime, it's Manchester United throw-in. Dennis Irwin. Webb. To no one in particular. The reason for that is that the linesman on this near side has flagged for an offside against the Manchester United forward line, which of course includes Brian McClare and Mark Hughes this evening. So it's Haddock with the free kick. This time it's Leeds United caught offside. And you can choose from Strachan or Varady on that occasion. So both clubs electing to use a fairly rigid offside trap. These, of course, quite successful with theirs in their second division campaign last season. Here's Bruce. And the ball is all the way back to Les Sealey, but not where he'd like it, because he's had to put on a bit of a spurt to get that one before it rolled out of the area on the far side. Well, the crowd now is starting to raise the tempo, and that's good to hear. Here's Michael Phelan. Leaves it though for Mal Donaghy. There's Donaghy wearing 3. Sends a good ball forward, but that's too far for Paul Ince and the rest of the Manchester United forwards. In fact, it was Webb that made a great forward run there. And another throw to Manchester United. Certainly Leeds and they clear from defence, so probably wishing the touchlines were maybe 5 yards wider, because they constantly find that touchline. Gary Speed down that left-hand flank has had little in the way of ball at his feet that he could use to run at the Manchester United defence. Here's Fairclough. Happy to see this one roll out for a Leeds United throw-in. See plenty of people packed into Elland Road this evening. Two giants of the past, of course, Leeds United and Manchester United. Manchester United will obviously claim they still are. Of course, they have the FA Cup success of last season to show everybody that they do mean business. And Leeds, of course, the second division champions. Here's Strachan. That's a good cross, but Sealey equal to it. Varady was coming in at the near post, but the cross just too far for him. Nice ball from Sterland. Strachan, one kick, but just inches ahead of Imre Varady. Tumble there from Batty, very speed. And then McAllister seeing him push off the ball there by Ince. I noticed the referee had turned his back on it because the two players appeared to be rushing into him. And probably Ince getting away with that one. And for his trouble, he gets a throw in too. Here is Batty. Batty conceding the throw-in. What a lovely turn from Neil Webb, but what a good recovering tackle from Gary McAllister too. Let's at least try and play some football out of defence here, but Manchester United can regain possession with Phelan. Here's Hughes, and Phelan makes the run, and Hughes decides to take it himself. And Haddock beats him to it, and so Leeds come back into the game with possession through Strachan. Still Strachan, takes on Blackmore and beats him. Sterland operating down this right-hand flank. Puts his cross in now, and that's a good touch from Chapman. Seeley there at the far post, but a good chance for Leeds United. The two former Sheffield Wednesday men linking well. Down the right-hand side, it was Mel Sterland, and there was the header from Lee Chapman. See it again. It was one really to test Les Seeley. Really the hardest chance he's had so far to deal with. From this man, Lee Chapman. Sterland. It's easy enough for O'Donoghue, but he also runs out of space and has to concede the throw-in. So Mel Sterland with intent, I think, to throw this one a good long way. It's not a bad one either. It's still not clear. Webb half clears it to the edge of the area. McAllister. I think he was looking for Sterland in a more forward position than that. But Sterland, aware of the Manchester United offside trap, had disappeared down the wing. There is McAllister. So Seeley trying to calm his defenders down, because they certainly didn't clear that throw-in from Sterland at all well. White rather. A challenge on Hughes. Hughes is the man that can come away with it to Ince. Bruce. That was a ball that was only half meant because he was under pressure. And that's a throw into Manchester United, because also under pressure was Peter Haddock. And there was Michael Phelan, the man that put him under that pressure. There's Batty to sort out the problem for Leeds United. A dangerous position. There's Chapman. And Ince didn't react too well to that, and Leeds get away with it. Here they come with Gordon Strachan. And you always sense that when the little man has got the ball, things are going to happen. So Paul Ince is probably aware of that as well. He puts the tackle in, but only as far as Gary Speed. Here is Gary Speed. Takes on Irwin. And Irwin will know all about this at number 11. Irwin, of course, playing in the second division last season when he was with Oldham. And forward it comes to McClare. McClare against Sterland. One Englishman currently out of the England squad after that one cap against Saudi Arabia, and a Scotsman who's out of the Scotland squad as well, who is also a full international, we should recall. And here come Leeds once more. A free kick, and there are two Leeds men down there. One of them is Gordon Strachan, and that was quite a collision going on. Somewhat after the ball had gone, the referee Ken Redfern spotting it quickly, getting across there and sorting out any problems. Pallister the culprit. Strachan is gesturing that things are not to his liking out there. He'd like to put on a show in front of the Elland Road faithful, who really love him, absolutely adore him. Strachan. That's a good one there, and just getting to it first, Chris White, but he had no direction on his header, and it goes wide for a goal kick to Manchester United. So we've almost had the first 45 minutes of this game as Les Seeley gets us underway once more. And there it is, that is half-time, and Redfern blows his whistle. Well, little doubt that Leeds have had the better of this first half. They've created more chances. Neither goalkeeper has been particularly troubled. Half-time, Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. Welcome back. The second half gets underway. Manchester United start us off, and very quickly give possession back to Leeds United. Here's Batty. McAllister. Sterland. And Strachan helps that one on. Sterland continues his run, but that one will go long. Well, it'll be interesting to know what the two managers have said at half-time. Certainly Leeds with the better of the chances in the first half, although not troubling Les Sealey too much in the Manchester United net. As for John Lukic, apart from a couple of awkward crosses, his evening so far has been a fairly sedate one. Called upon mainly to launch those huge kicks upfield. On that occasion though, it's Sealey at Manchester United end, who clears the ball. Leeds United throw in. Sterling will take it. Strachan. Sterling again. Two Manchester United men required to get it away. Here comes the cross. This is a useful one. Chapman can't make it that time. McAllister, Chapman. And Varady getting a little bit mixed up there. Varady saying that I called for it, mate. Well, the two should understand each other. They did spend time at Sheffield Wednesday together. Varady's less than pleased with the situation. So Leeds United see another chance go begging, and Manchester United have possession. So they've given away quite quickly, and here come Leeds again with Batty. Strachan. He's got players on his left-hand side here, and one of them is Chris White. Gary Speed. Well, his options are closed down by Dennis Irwin, so he goes back to Haddock. McAllister. Speed again. It's a nice little move with the outside of his foot to Strachan. Pallister, and he's almost given it away, and Varady was on that one very quickly indeed. Well, that really was a promising move from Leeds United. There is Varady, and Pallister almost gifting him a goal. Gary Speed, a lovely little kick there. Strachan causing all sorts of problems from Pallister. Pallister, an awful pass to Sealey, and that wasn't very far away from the boot of Imre Varady. In the meantime, Manchester United have won themselves a free kick, and Clayton Blackmore, the Welsh international, will take it. Or he won't take it, as the case may be, because he's left it to his skipper, Steve Bruce. It's a testing one. Here is Neil Webb. He's got plenty of white shirts ahead of him, so he opts to go backwards towards Paul Ince. Here's Bruce once more. Leeds are definitely determined here, because that was a wonderful challenge from Strachan. That's a good ball to Lee Chapman down this right-hand flank. Varady. Now, has he got the space to turn? No, he hasn't, but they can do it again, can Leeds, because here's Chapman once more. Bruce. It's only half cleared. Donachie having to do the remainder of the clearing up. And the Leeds fans really getting behind their players, and well they might, because this has been a good start to this second period. McAllister. Varady has really started this second half with some purpose, speed. He's got a little bit of space to work in here, and he almost uses it to good effect, but there were too many Manchester United shirts back there. One of them's Michael Phelan, and he has the ball now. Beaten to it by Fairclough. White. Haddock. And he will probably elect to go back to Lukic, or will he go square? So go square to Chris Fairclough. Now McAllister in a very deep position here. Chris White. And the support comes from Haddock. Leeds are really trying to play this ball about somewhat. And it's good to see as well. Varady, Batty. Strachan, and Sterling's gone on the run, but he checked. And he goes again, here he is. And on his outside he sees Strachan, but he elects to go left-footed. Drives it into the midriff of one of the Manchester United players. There's McClare, back to Ince. Put out by Sterland. He's having a great game today. Trying to link up once more with Strachan. They really have developed quite a formidable understanding, these two down this right-hand side, Strachan and Sterland. And Sterland knows that a good season in the First Division and he could be back in the England setup. They have some competition, mind you, but he's forever confident that he can get that place back. And of course, if Leeds enjoy a good season, who's to say that he won't? In the meantime, here's McAllister. That's a good forward run by Gary Speed, and problems here for Manchester United. Tidied up very nicely by Neil Webb. Gary Speed was a little bit of a threat there. It was McAllister that set it up. It was a beautiful ball. Webb having to sort it out. Speed again. There's Webb. To Phelan. There's a crunching tackle going in there, but perfectly fair, says the referee, as Pallister comes away with it for United. This time Manchester United, he gets a free kick, and it was McAllister that was guilty of that misdemeanour. McClare, and United win it back. It's Leeds United on that occasion. Illegally, I think the referee says. Hardick isn't too chuffed by that, and I don't think either is Chris White. Jimmy Verardi, who's almost scored here this evening, just a few moments ago. And that's the closest perhaps we've been to a goal all evening. 0-0 the score. Free kick. One for Lukic to punch out. He comes, and he comes confidently and punches that one clear. Although Lukic cost £1 million, he knows that he's still got to perform well, because there is Mervyn Day, and Day isn't finished by any stretch of the imagination. Day, of course, the goalkeeper, whilst Leeds United were getting themselves out of the second division as champions. Here's Mark Hughes against Sterland. Hughes and Sterland tangle, and Hughes decides that Sterland can't run without his legs, takes them, the linesman sees it, and Hughes is getting himself into a fracas there that he needn't have bothered doing. How on earth he felt he could get away with that in front of the linesman, I don't know. And neither does the referee Ken Redfern, who asks him to come over and chat. Before he's had a word with Chris Barclays. Now Mr. Redfern is ready to speak to Hughes. That was very, very silly from the Welsh striker. Immensely talented, but he's got a bit of a hot temperament. He showed it on that occasion. He's also got Sterland with him. Well, Sterland is an amicable chap and shakes hands, and Hughes is happy to accept that hand of friendship. So the situation diffused, but Fairclough and the referee are still not seeing eye to eye. Ken Redfern spells out the law of his land to him very, very quickly indeed. Ken Redfern of Whitley Bay, one of our most experienced officials, and he has to be to really officiate in a match of this magnitude. Leeds United against Manchester United. A good house at Elland Road. Not quite a packed house here, but a good sized crowd, seeing the return of Leeds United at Elland Road into the First Division. Obviously their second game here in the First Division, the first at Everton on Saturday, and they're making quite a good display of it. Strachan is obviously still not happy about things when free kicks are being made, and he's obviously trying to help Mr. Redfern's job, and he's probably not helping very much. Sterland leaves it. Strachan takes his time, sends that one in. Oh, needed a cleaner header than that. There's Fairclough, but White keeps it in. Lose it out to Steve Bruce. He gets McClare away against McAllister. Blackmore. Here's Paul Ince. The referee, I think, is going to make his first booking of the evening because he saw a clash in there. And I think it's a Leeds United player that will go into the book. Much to the crowd's dismay, that player is Melvin Sterland, number 2 today for Leeds United, and he receives Mr. Redfern's yellow card. Well, given that Mel Sterling was tripped up by Mark Hughes earlier on, that was a little bit unfortunate. So whether he and the referee have had words earlier or not, apart from that incident, that is, remains to be seen. And Mr. Redfern's patience had snapped at that point. So as play continues, Mel Sterling goes into his block. Here's Irwin. Once again, Haddock does a good covering job. Manchester United haven't got much down that right-hand side. Haddock has really played quite impressively. McAllister. White. And it's just a bit too far for Gary Speed, and had he brought that one under control, then he had a lot of space in which to operate up front there. Manchester United, they'll be delighted he didn't. McClare rather, recovering the ball. Here's David Batty. By Chapman. That should be a Manchester United throw, and it is indeed, and then Mr. Redfern indicates why it is so. Webb. It's a teaser. Sterland is equal to it, mind you. Fairclough, Sterland, good football by Leeds, Strachan, super stuff, Batty. And Leeds have men over on this left-hand side if Batty can pick them out. Well, Chapman was one of them, but the ball was behind him, so no blame can be attached to him. So here come Leeds once more, with Sterland, McAllister. So he's first there, and that was an important challenge for Manchester United as they come forward and switch the ball to the right-hand side with McClare, and he's got space to run forward, but Haddock is challenging him into that right-hand corner. Webb. And it took three men to stop him, but it was effective nonetheless, and here's Gary Speed, and a bit of space in front of him to run at. Still Gary Speed. His running with the ball was impressive. His passing certainly was not. Here's Gary Speed. Hasn't had many opportunities in this match so far. But anybody that advocates that Leeds United are purely long ball merchants are sadly mistaken, because certainly in this game they've shown that they are quite willing to play football along the floor if they need to get themselves out of difficult positions, and they showed it there. Not there, as that ball went out of play and Varadi couldn't do anything about it. There is Imre Varadi. So Dennis Elland will restart us with a throw-in. The Leeds fans urging him to get on with it. And at this time, Leeds fans can cheer a throw-in of their own. Peter Haddock managing to get a deflection off the knee of, I think, Michael Phelan. So it's Chris White-White. So as far as Batty, free kick, because Pallister had committed an incorrect foul, incorrect action on Lee Chapman. It's Haddock again that clears it. Handball to me. But not to the referee. And so play continues, and as that goes on, Michael Phelan goes straight to the ground. He's foul there. It's a free kick to Manchester United. But perhaps Leeds can feel aggrieved, because it seemed to come off the hand of Steve Bruce just before that gave Manchester United possession. But maybe it was more of a ball-to-hand situation. That's certainly the way that Ken Redfern saw it. This time it's surely got to be a Leeds free kick, but they come away with it. There's Leeds with Batty, and so advantage played well by Ken Redfern. And here is Strachan, and this could be a good move for them. Strachan going forward for Leeds. He's into the penalty area now. He shoots, and that is a very good shot from Gordon Strachan, and a very good save from Les Seeley. Well, the little man getting himself forward there and having the beating of the Manchester United defence for once. Showing a good bit of skill, a good turn of pace. Good heavens, is this man approaching his mid-30s? He's certainly been rejuvenated since joining the club at Elland Road. And so has this man, Mel Sterland. That time the Sterland-Strachan combination not working out. Ince coming away with it for Manchester United. That's a long testing one, but Chris White was able to read that one quite easily. To Sterland and gets it back. McAllister. That's the tackle well. Support coming from Sterland. He's got a bit of space in which to operate. And he puts in a cross for Chapman. And that is probably Leeds United's best chance of the evening. Well, Strachan had caused problems earlier by just getting behind the Manchester United defence, and there they were just a minute later with Sterland finding, here he is, Sterland finding Chapman. Chapman just not getting up high enough to head that ball down. Seeley would have been beaten had Chapman managed to get any kind of direction on that whatsoever. So it's all Leeds United at the moment, and the FA Cup holders are having a pretty hard time of it. And they elect to make their first substitution with Russell Beardsmore warming up. He's number 12 for Manchester United. And on he comes, and Paul Ince is the man he replaces. And he goes immediately to tell Neil Webb and Michael Phelan their new positions, because presumably Webb will move more into the middle, or rather Phelan will move more into the middle, and Beardsmore will operate on this right-hand side. It seems to be the way it's shaping up at the moment. So will that extra width cause Leeds any problems? Will it aid Manchester United's cause, or will Leeds still continue to have the upper hand in this game? And they've certainly enjoyed the majority of this second half. Remember, they had more chances in the first as well. And here comes one from Manchester United, and that was a good effort. Neil Webb the shot, and the save, of course, from John Lukic. And Lukic, who hasn't had much to do in this second half, called upon there. His concentration had to be at its best, and it was, because this was a very good shot indeed, and he had to save it because that was goal bound. From the corner, Dennis Irwin. And that's a teaser too. There's Sterland. Back to John Lukic. There's Chris White. He's had a good game today, is Chris White. Sterland trying to pick out Strachan, but losing out. Webb. And with form like this, Webb could be well back into the England setup, because there is McClare. He found him with that pass, but McClare is offside, and that was a very marginal decision indeed. The referee absolutely right, in conjunction with his linesman, I think. Phelan loses out once more. Haddock. Oh, that's a nice piece of football from Peter Haddock, but he loses out to Beardsmore, whose first touch that was. Here's his second. Russell Beardsmore. They're trying to inject a bit of pace into this Manchester United attack. There's Hughes trying the 1-2 with him, and Lukic is first there. So certainly the substitution seemingly paying rewards early on. Beardsmore setting up an attack there for Manchester United. Here's Mel Sterland. Finds McAllister inside him. And then Batty. And Batty is getting more and more involved in this game as it goes on. And that could be dangerous for Manchester United. Here's Haddock. It's a left-footed cross in. There's nobody there, but it's not cleared too well. Gary Speed coming in, but he was on his wrong foot. He was right-footed there. I'm sure that if that had been onto his left leg, then Leeds would have constructed more from it. As it is, they're in possession with Gordon Strachan. That's a good ball for Speed, but Speed again finding himself this time on the inside right position. So slightly out position for the young Welshman. And there is a not so young Scotsman who is playing very, very well indeed, Gordon Strachan. He decides to play around a bit with Lee Chapman. It could be costly because Manchester United are not looking too confident on the ball here. In the end, Bruce gets it away to Pallister, and Pallister comes forward with some purpose as Beersmore sets up Michael Phelan. Phelan with the cross. It's down for Hughes. He's trying to set up something spectacular. But Leeds are aware of that and deal with it quite comfortably in the end. Batty sorting things out. Here come Leeds once more. And here comes Batty once more. Lee Chapman, but the linesman's flag is up and he gives the offside, which the referee Ken Redfern agrees with, and so Manchester United have a free kick. But this has been a significantly better half than the first half, and it's all down really to the kind of football that Leeds United are creating down there, because they're really putting some good stuff together, and they've created the best two chances, one to Gordon Strachan, one to Lee Chapman. But as yet no goals. It's Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. Batty. Fairclough. McAllister. Strachan once more. Sterling's made the run. Strachan goes inside. McAllister makes a second run. Neither get it. He comes back to Batty. He's under pressure from Beardsmore, and he loses out to Hughes. Webb. Still Webb. And Donachie makes the run on the left-hand side, but Sterling has marshalled him all the way. And what an impressive game Mel Sterling is having, because he'd come all the way back there with Mel Donachie after making the forward run himself. Super fit is Mel Sterling. Indeed, all these Leeds boys are. Good grief, you should see their training schedule. Beardsmore. Hughes goes down. I think White might find himself in Mr. Redfern's little notebook. Brian Kidd in front of you, a hero of Manchester United past and a hero of Manchester United present. Just to his left-hand side, the current England captain, Brian Robson. Lukic, and that one is a little bit long. I think the referee is able to allow the substitution to take place. And it's Snowden that comes on, Glyn Snowden. And he replaces Gary Speed. How nice to see Snowden back in the side. So troubled with injury, of course. And there is Gary Speed, the man he's replaced. Vinnie Jones on the bench. He's not one of the substitutes. If you look to the left-hand side, you'll see the figure of Chris Kamara. He's Leeds United's other substitute tonight. Meantime, play continues, and Mel Sterling asked to throw another of his longish balls in. He finds Chris White with it. By Donachie, and play held up. Berardi hanging on to Donachie. The test of the referee, but play continues and Manchester United have it. Blackmore. Hughes. Batty gets it back for Leeds United. Here's Sterling. And he will allow John Lukic the opportunity to launch another one of his long kicks. He goes for this right-hand corner again. Still in play. Chapman again. Webb. That one was to no one in particular, but Hughes was very quick to see the half chance, racing for it, but beaten for it in the end by Mel Sterling. On that right-hand side, this long ball is fired again for Chapman, and Leeds come away with it with Strachan. Taken late there was Strachan, and the referee was spotting that one very quickly. stop play. Leeds fans bay for the blood of the Manchester United player. Strachan wants to take it quickly. He does. There's Chapman. He misses out. And a chance goes begging. But it was worth the idea, I think, from Strachan. He tries to win it back. The referee saw that Strachan had gone in a bit late there with Neil Webb. But with Manchester United in possession, allows a good advantage. And here it is. Well, Hughes losing out there. There were more white shirts than red shirts. And it's McAllister with it. McAllister could go all the way. He gets it through to Strachan. That was a good tackle from Pallister. Haddock. Snowden. First touch for him. And it's a good touch because he gets around Dennis Irwin, but Irwin had cut the angles out. Well, I mentioned that Snowden had injury problems. In fact, it's an illness that he's really been suffering from, glandular fever. Bouts of that over the last couple of seasons have kept his opportunities in the Leeds United sides heavily restricted. Well, here he is again, showing no signs of that illness as he tries to get Chapman away. Donachie is across there to clear the ball. Well, he could have taken a look up there when he played the ball. He would have seen Berardi in a good position on the far post. Manchester United for now can clear it, but certainly it's still all Leeds United. McAllister, Berardi, Ati. McAllister first time. Berardi in space, and there's Chapman at the far post. And he's hit it straight at Les Sealey when he knows he should have scored. And nobody will be more disappointed than Lee Chapman. The goal was begging for him. And Berardi did tremendously well there to spot him. And there just the half touch from Lee Chapman when really the rest of the goal was there to be hit. So that probably goes down as Leeds United's best chance of the evening. A good one earlier to Gordon Strachan, and then just after Lee Chapman himself with a header which he couldn't get over. So it went over the bar. That really was a fine opportunity. Strachan. Manchester United winning this one, coming away with it. This time losing out to McAllister, who's seen Berardi on the burst. McAllister with the half clearance, and Irwin completing it with the head. Well, listen to this crowd because they really feel that Leeds United have Manchester United on the rack. Snowden. Chapman. Beardsmore. Now Hughes. And White does just enough to stop the movement. And Hughes doesn't look too impressed by that. Beardsmore with the throw from Manchester United to Irwin. And back again. That's the long ball forward. Two players chasing it. They're onside. One of them's Michael Phelan. The cross in here. And it was Lukic going for it, leaving it. And asking for one of his defenders, I think Chris Fairclough, to knock it for a corner. And that really was a little bit of an anxious moment because Phelan had done very well to get to the line. Stranded was Lukic and Fairclough did the tidying up. There is Chris Fairclough. Hasn't had much to do in this second half. An indication perhaps of just how much Leeds United had dominated this game. Now they've got to defend from Irwin's corner, and that one goes to the far post. And Lukic just does enough to take the sting out of the tail. A couple of anxious moments for Leeds. That one was glanced in. I think it would have been an own goal had Lukic not been alert. Happily, £1 million buy was. Here he is. That's launched an awful long way. In fact, it's straight to Les Sealey in the opposite goal. It really was a tremendous kick. But for his part, no Leeds United players could link onto it. Phelan for Manchester United. Didn't take that one too well, so he has to go all the way back to Les Sealey. Coming to the closing stages of this game, it still could go either way. It's Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. And nearly 30,000 at Elland Road tonight. They've really been enthralled, particularly in this second 45-minute spell. First 45 minutes, lots of half chances, but nothing really clear-cut. The best of the chances in this second half falling to Leeds United, and in particular to Lee Chapman. Chapman, who's thrived on half chances in the past, will no doubt see plenty going for him this season. And they'll be provided by that number 7, Gordon Strachan, in the large part, I would feel. Now Manchester United are in possession through Mark Hughes. Webb. It's a bit short to Pallister, but Pallister recovers. We need to give it away, and here comes Varane for Leeds United. There are plenty of red shirts back. Tries to get Strachan away, and Strachan is away. And Webb has to do the covering job. That was a great break by Gordon Strachan down that right-hand side. He's got so much energy. Sterland taken down by Blackmore, so it'll be a free kick to Leeds United once more. Well, Sterling unlucky enough to be booked earlier on in this game. It snowed in with the free kick, but floated in nicely, and that wasn't far wide. Fairclough getting up and doing the centre forward job there. That was a nice floated free kick from Glyn Snowdin, who's just come on as a substitute. Here you can see it again from behind the goal, and that was a good effort. I think Seeley, to be fair to him, had it covered. That's Chris Fairclough. And that is Chris White. His header doesn't quite find Lee Chapman. Finds instead Clayton Blackmore. Here's Brian McClare. Well, for all the money spent and for all their individual talents, Manchester United are still not a fully cohesive unit. They lose the ball from Pallister once more to Strachan. They've played much more as a team, have Leeds. As Strachan tries to get Chapman away. I nearly said Sterling because they've been linking so well today, but on that occasion it was Chapman quite clearly. Pallister, and there is Gordon Strachan. There's another Scotsman, McClare. And that shot probably says to you why Brian McClare stayed in England and didn't figure it in Andy Roxburgh's Scotland's World Cup plans in the summer. Scored 31 goals did McClare in his first season at Manchester United, but has scored precious few since. Young goal scoring hard to come by. Bruce. Batty. Away to Pallister. Pallister under pressure from Verratti. Verratti's been a willing worker today, chased a lot of ball, put Manchester United defenders under pressure, including Steve Bruce, who shows his composure by finding Neil Webb. I wonder if Manchester United, by knocking the ball around in defence, have settled for a 0-0 draw. We're close to the end here at Elland Road. It's still Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0, or whether they're just trying to pull Leeds out of position to make a scoring opportunity. Well, they might do, because here's Dennis Irwin, but Snowdin chased back with him, and that should be a goal kick. There is Glenn Snowdin. I think the referee has decided that he's conceded a corner. So Snowdin has to go back into position, and the rest of the Leeds players fall back, because Manchester United have on occasions looked dangerous from corner kick situations. It's Dennis Irwin with it. And it's a good corner too. And it's still dangerous, and that one wasn't far wide. Clayton Blackmore rocketing that one, but wide of the post, which I think John Lukic had covered. We'll get a better shot of it here. Yes. No real danger for Lukic from that one. Clayton Blackmore, Welsh international, of course. Lukic. So the clock ticks towards the final 10 minutes of this game, with Pallister sending this one forward. Here's Hughes. Manchester United might just be stepping things up a bit, bearing in mind that this game is coming to its conclusion as Hughes gets the cross in, headed away by McAllister. Here's Chapman. The crowd roar Leeds United on, and well they might. Chapman. Strachan. held on to it until Sterland could get forward. And that's a good cross, and Seeley's lost it. It could fall to Snowden, but Seeley gets it at the second attempt. Well, Seeley will know that that was his mistake. He did well to recover it because it was falling to Snowden, and you'll get a better chance to see it now. McAllister really unsighting Seeley. It wasn't really his fault. There was Snowden chasing in very quickly, number 14. Elland against White. And the Leeds man wins it. Batty, Sterland. They've been a useful combination all game. Sterland, I think, was expecting a forward run, probably from Strachan or Verardi. As it was, neither of them decided to move. There's Chris Kamara, and maybe with his tracksuit bottoms off, we can expect to see him get a run out in the final 9 minutes of this game. In the meantime, Seeley gets us underway with that kick. And that's long to Hughes. He was looking for, I think, Leclerc, but Lukic was equal to it. Owen and Snowden. Owen wins it, gets it to Beardsmore via an indirect route. Beardsmore could never get that one under control. There is Russell Beardsmore, number 12, the Manchester United substitute. He came on for Linz. The Leeds United substitute, as I've mentioned, is number 14, Glyn Snowden, and Snowden is on for Gary Speed. Really had little in the way of opportunity to run at Dennis Irwin, the Manchester United right back. Sterland, and again the Leeds fans roar because they can sense something here coming from this right hand flank. Sterland gets the cross in, but away by Hollister. Haddock. What an impressive game he's had too. Like Sterland in the way that he defends, and there is Sterland making the forward run again and gets that one across, and it's scrambled away. Verardi was the man making the run for Sterland. I was making the point earlier that Batty is an out-and-out defender, whilst Sterland, good defender though he is at his best when he's coming forward, and he links with this man Gordon Strachan so tremendously well. So Gordon Strachan, for whom this is such an important season. Up were the heads, and Manchester United still not clearing it fully away. It comes to Snowden, shows his ball skills by getting that one across the area again, and this could be a chance for Leeds with White in there, and it's deflected for a corner kick. And Gordon Strachan surprised everybody. Many thought that when he went to Leeds from Manchester United, his first division days were over, and then he produced some outstanding performances to help Leeds to the second division championship last season, and here he is dominating the game back in the first division. And it's his corner which comes in now. It wasn't terribly inspiring though, despite the praise I've just lavished upon him. And here come Manchester United, but that ball was not a particularly directional one so far as they were concerned to their own player. Snowden with it for Leeds, on by Fairclough. Chapman, still Chapman. And Sterland will make one of his customary runs down that right hand side, and then send a good cross in if it can be met by Fairclough, as it was, but no power in the header. Haddock. Again he slipped inside, feeling he's done that twice now. Sterling once more with acres of space, but it's closed down quickly by Blackmore. So he fades the ball down that right-hand side to Verardi. And off Sterling for a throw, Ken Redfern clearly indicating as such. So close to the end, the deadlock still to be broken. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0. But little doubt in this second half that this side of the park, which the ball is in now, the Manchester United half, has been the one that's been most used. Chris White. Strachan. Chapman. And good things happening here for Leeds United. Strachan again. And it's a good opportunity, Vardy in there. And I think that the Manchester United fans here will have had their hearts in their mouths, because they've seen this genius conjure things up when he played for them, and he nearly did it for Leeds then. Batty. I think Batty is a player that has learnt so much from his skipper since Strachan joined Leeds from Manchester United. And he gets a free kick for his trouble there. So not many more opportunities left for either side, so Leeds will have to make the most of it if they're to break this deadlock. 0-0, remember. But Sterling positions the ball. Well, Mel has certainly had an impressive game. Here he comes. He's long. It's met by Chris White. It's across the area. Manchester United clear it. It doesn't go for a corner, because the referee has given a free kick. There's Steve Bruce, the Manchester United captain, had to do a lot of work tonight. There's another man with a lot of work under his belt, Chris White. There's Seeley, indicates as to where he wants his players to go, and there they are, the red shirts. Haddock meets Beardsmore, and the chance now, if it falls for Leeds, it's needed a second header there from Donaghy, and McAllister is dispossessed. Webb. Forward come Manchester United again, and here onside is Hughes, and Hughes is in the clear, and he's down on the deck. He claims a free kick off Fairclough. The referee says that you ran into Fairclough rather than the other way, and I'm sure that's how the Leeds man saw it. Sterland. Still Sterland taking on that Neil Webb, and he's got inside his man. This is a good move from Leeds. Sterland. It's frantic stuff out there, and these are the closing minutes of the game. Well, the crowd's certainly feeling they're getting the money's worth now, because both sides are going all out for the victory, particularly Leeds. Snowed in, what a good ball. Had he had his brother's right foot there, we'll see him playing for Everton, might have made more of that. But Glenn is a particularly left-footed player. Formerly at Doncaster Rovers, of course. And here are Leeds once more. McAllister helping it on to Cherry. Losing out, there's Neil Webb, but Strachan was taken late and Ken Redfern saw it. So the Leeds skipper gets himself a free kick. Time running out for him to construct something, so Mel Sterland is left to organise things. Well, of course, with tremendous power in his boot. You'll remember, if you saw the game against Sheffield United last season, what a tremendous goal that was he scored from all of 40 yards. Right-footed volley into the top corner. Here's McClare. The referee has the whistle in the mouth, and the game is at its end. 90 minutes have elapsed, with the best chances falling to Leeds United. They couldn't capitalise on. It's all square. Leeds United 0, Manchester United 0.